Hi, so welcome to my very first plan with me, and my name's Kelly, and most of you know me probably from Orange Umbrella Co's group, and yes, I am so crazy about planning that I plan to plan to plan. So I have everything all laid out here, all of my tools and things I'm going to need. My monthly stickers, this has all of my different stickers in it. My quote stickers that were a gift from a friend. And then all of my various tools. This is a ballpoint pen. I actually use the end of it to smooth the stickers down and get them to stay wide out because we all screw stuff up. Small pair of scissors. My actual pen that's going to go with my kit this month for writing. Magic tweezers, of course. My cutty slicey thing so I don't cut my fingers, but I can cut the washi. Have a series of mild liners here: gold, light blue, dark blue, gray, and purple. I like to add a little bit of extra color to the kit when I do them. And I am using Orange Umbrella Kit number 101. It's actually from the beginning of 2022. And it's called Winter Farmhouse. I have the date covers, check boxes, doodle icons. Didn't originally come with this kit. I snagged them from a different kit that had similar color palette. Full boxes, 7x9 boxes for the vertical priorities planner. My labels, because I like the labels with the designs on them. Thin and come apart, thin and deluxe washi, and sheet 1 of the extras. And then, yes, I have more things here just to help me remember what goes where in each different thing. So as I go, I will be removing things, adding things. It is currently the 4th. I was waiting for this filming rig to come in, and it finally did. So I'm a little behind, but I've been keeping track in my other planner, so it's all good. So we're going to start with just some basic washi. Get that started. I'm going to pull these off and stick them up here so I can get to them when I need them for the data. Please ignore my ridiculously hoarse voice because we don't know what's wrong with me. Something is, we don't know what. My voice has been like this since April, and it's been kind of permanent. So my doctor is sending me to a specialist so we can figure out why on earth my voice has seemed to disappear on me. This is where being a perfectionist is a bad thing, because you want everything to line up just exactly right, and that's crooked already. First sticker, and I'm crooked. Let's try this again. So I'm disabled, just so you have a little bit of background about me. I hold a degree in biological anthropology. If you've seen the TV show Bones, that's kind of what I do, only I tend to work with historic populations. Those populations that have a written history and can be anywhere from the first Greek civilizations of the Minoans all the way up to anything within the last 50 years. On the TV show Bones, she works with medical legal cases, which are cases that possibly have a criminal context and may have occurred within the last 50 years. We make that distinction in anthropology because if it's within the last 50 years, there's a possibility that family members of the victim may still be alive and that the perpetrator may still be alive, and we may be able to bring some peace to the victim's family, to have some closure, and hopefully catch the son of a bitch that did the crime in the first place. Pardon my French, I will occasionally curse. It just happens because it comes out. So got my date labels down. I've only been doing stickers for about 6 months. I started back in June of 2022 and really, really liked it, and found Orange Umbrella Company by the beginning of July through another planner, Bitly Diddly Has Plans, here on YouTube. And then I got sucked into the crazy, wonderful world that is the Orange Umbrella Co. Facebook group. If you haven't found it, go search for it. Whether you're new to stickers, been doing it for a while, either way, it's a great group, a lot of good people, a lot of fun people. It's probably 50-50 that our stickers our conversations are about stickers, and the rest of it is us doing random things like posting what we're putting up for our Halloween decorations or Christmas decorations, or what crazy, insane things are going on in our lives at any given moment. So, yeah. So, I'm new to this. I don't expect a whole lot of viewers. But I welcome any feedback and hope that you will leave it down below. I welcome critical feedback on things I can improve or do better or make more interesting. So yeah, come apart. Why does it always do this? The last little bit after you've gotten the whole thing lined up, it just skips that last little bit. There we go. Okay, I like to move my bottom washi strips onto my weekends. It kind of just gives it a finished feel for me. That one just needs to be trimmed at the bottom now. It just gives kind of a finished feel to the page for me, and I really like how it looks. Don't mind me, I'm going to have some tea here in a second to attempt to keep my voice through this entire video. We'll see how that works out. Yeah, anyway, see, it's a little better if I drink something, but we have no idea what's causing it or why it's gone on so long. I got a upper respiratory and tonsillitis infection in April, and apparently my voice box decided that it was just done functioning for the rest of my life, because it just doesn't work now. So eventually, maybe if we figure this out, you guys might get to hear what I actually sound like normally when I'm not a horse. Okay, so we've got our basic layout almost done here. You need to get the 7x9 boxes. Don't mind my husband hacking his lungs out in the background. He's hanging out in the room, but he's kindly being quiet so I can do this. That's the first of the 7x9 boxes. And we'll get the second down. The first one is where I put my weekly quote for inspiration for the week. And the second one holds projects I'm working on. I don't always finish them during the week. A lot of them carry over. So I'm going to do my highlighting here, and I'm going to get some labels laid down, and then I'll be back with you. finally have my base layout done here. I'm gonna clear some sticker detritus. Something I do that a lot of other people don't do is I like to do washi deco around the blank spaces. And this sticker, I promise you, I'm not moving that Thursday sticker again, as hard as it was to get it into that diagonal. So I use my leftover washi, but I don't matchy it up. I like to take different washi and do designs with it. Like I'm going to take these butterscotch colored washi here, and run it across, and then I'll run 2 strips down here, but I'll overlap them at the bottom. It won't be super easy to see when you look at the overall layout, but I can see it when I look at it, and I really like how they come out because I kind of cross-hatch them and they look really neat. So basically you're cutting this in and then lining your next strip up, having it go over and up to the top. And you can do this with just 1 strip of washi in a box. Still need those, baby. Don't know. But I thought I'd slow down at this part and show you guys how I do this, because I've gotten a lot of comments on it and when I've just posted photos. This washi sticky is crooked and it's gonna drive me crazy. I can't stand it when it's crooked. Okay, that's better. And now this one we just need to line up also from the top. And it's gonna run down the bottom, and it's okay that it doesn't quite match because it still looks like it goes under. And then what we'll do just to fix that one is trim off this little bit of excess here down at the bottom, which happily came up on its own, and I didn't have to do crazy wrestling to get that little piece off. So now you've got this little crosshatch effect on here and some pretty deco around the box. I try not to reuse my base washi, so I won't reuse this unless I absolutely have to. I think I will take this washi here and do some side border for this box. So I started doing this because when I first started doing sticker layouts, most people are using Erin Condren's, and this of course is a plum. And I also have the vertical priorities, and while it's arguably Plum's best-selling planner layout, it's not the most popular when it comes to stickers. Thankfully, Orange Umbrella Company, along with a few others, but I buy all of my kits from OUC. They do a vertical priorities kit. They have a whole bunch of kits. They do Passion Planner, and for 2023 they started the Hobonichi Cousin, and Erin Condren's, of course. Now we just need to move this sticker, pick it up, and kind of even it out because it's tucked under on that side. Anyway, so Orange Umbrella does kits for a large number of planners, and they do special planner pieces like this stretch up here and this one right here for the vertical priorities with Plum, and it was nice to find that. So I have it to use, and it's really fantastic. Got some plain dark blue. I've got a lot of dark blue over here, so let's do some lighter blue. And this one, we're going to have to do some trimming. We're going to line this up with the top of this box here. And this one will also cross hatch. I'm going to have to trim that up at the top so it's not overlapping my priorities box. But I do that last. I don't know why I turned that around. I should have just left it upside down the way it started, because it would have been easier. I am a special snowflake sometimes. Didn't realize that blue was going to exactly match the blue of the base washi, but that's okay. I don't mind. We'll make do. So with this one, I think instead of cross hatching like I did the other one, we're just going to do a centerpiece right down the middle there. And then now we'll just neaten this all up with some trims. Trim this little section here. So we're just past New Year's, of course. What did everybody do? Did you have a party? Go out and get drunk? Did you, like me, fall asleep well before New Year's and wake up to a whole bunch of New Year's messages on your phone? My kids are all grown, and New Year's is going to happen whether I'm awake or not, so I just go to sleep when I get tired. Some years that means I make it to New Year. Other years, not so much. This year was not so much. It just wasn't happening. One thing you can do here when you're trying to trim these is line up with other boxes when you know the line is straight across. I can speak, I promise. And it gives you a nice clean line to cut when you can't see the baseline underneath that you're cutting away from. So if this piece ever decides to come up, there we go. And we have a nice clean layout without overlapping our boxes there. So there's our first 3 boxes. Now this one, I'm going to take some of these dark blue flowers. Sometimes I do rose underneath these, but because this is a lighter color one, like I just do rose of washi underneath these. But with this being a lighter color, I'm not so much going to do that. I'm going to do something else I do, which is just kind of line the edges of the box and trim them off flush, and then clean up the trim around so that it's within the box. The big kicker here is if you are using a washi that has directionality to it, that you make sure your directionality matches up all the way around. If you're someone like me who wants everything to be just so, again, we're not trying to trim to those corners yet. We'll get that done once we work a little more here. I also usually try not to do this one next to the coil because it is an absolute pain in the rear end to cut and work with right next to that coil. Now this one piece of washi is not going to be enough to come around the other side. But instead of pulling up the whole sheet of washi, I just come over here and cut a piece that's about the right length. You can either measure this if you need to. I've just done it enough times that I've kind of got an eyeball for what length I need. And there we go. And as you can see, that one was almost exactly perfect. So now what we do is we trim this up with our other lines. So again, you can match off your other bottom date boxes there, the priority boxes. That didn't cut. I know it didn't because it folded up. There we go. All nice and cleaned up, and I think I even got a little bit of this bottom one, but yep. That one was overlapping a little. So you can see how this kind of cuts in along the edges. Sorry, I'm trying to remember to keep my planner in frame. This is a problem I had when I did my first one. So if I'm out of frame at points, please forgive me. I'm still figuring this out as I go. I keep the ruler in place when I do this so that if a piece, like these little tiny corner pieces, don't always like to cut off right. This one did, however. That way the ruler doesn't have to be readjusted. And we've only got 2 more cuts to make on this one. You can slide this down, and a lot of times it'll catch. You can feel the ruler catch against your bottom washi, your trim washi, which is really nice because it makes the cut nice and even, except when it does that crap. Smooth that out. Okay. It's not quite supposed to be filled in there, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's fine. We're all fine. Everything's fine. And of course, that one, when I cut across it, was like, no problem, man. I'll cut perfectly even for you. If I can ever get it to come off of the page. Wow, this is really stubborn. Okay, there we go. Then you have that box with its kind of fill in. And this guy, I'm going to do, what did I do over here? Decisions are hard, man. Totally stole that line from Melanie. Told her I was going to. Decisions are hard. I know I said that I don't normally do this, but I'm going to do this. I peel this up just a little bit here. And this one we're going to fill out all the way with a piece of whole washi. Just kind of line it up. And then you can smooth that back up so you can get your ruler down, or your cutting implement, or whatever your straight edge is. I didn't have one of these fancy slice cutters for the longest time when I first started doing this. So I was using a box cutter. Those work really well too. But let me tell you, push too hard on that and you're not going through like one page like these little slice cutters do. You're going through like 5 pages. Had a lot of fun with that when I was first learning to do this. Yeah. So this one you don't want to put the sticker back down because we're going to want to cut this underneath the edge. And then we smooth that back out. And you've got a pretty box that's all filled in. And this is too much washi for me to waste. So I'm going to stick it back on its page here. And we are now done with washi. And all that's left at this point is to lay out our boxes and fill in our habit tracker and our this week. So I'm doing reading challenges this year, doing the 52 book challenge with my friend Jessica. She is at Jessica Plans Away on YouTube here if you want to go watch her. She is one of my planspiration people. Part of the reason I'm doing these. Oh my god, that's a total mess. I can't go there. I think I'm going to center this in that box instead. Yeah, that's better. And then also my friend Dawn, who does not do videos as far as I know, but does do a lot of unique things with her planner and has also given me lots of ideas. She hosts this Just Read challenge, so I'm doing both. And the Just Read and all of them, you can kind of pick your things as you go. And this week, my books both kind of lined up. So I have a title starting with I for the 52 book challenge, which is The Inheritor by Laura Antonou. And then for the Just Read challenge, I hit 2 up, which is from a series already started, and the newest from a series, which is also The Inheritor, because it's the last book in the Marketplace series by Laura Antonou. So there's that. So let's see, what else do we have going on here? Monday, I went and printed my book labels. So I use my weekly planner kind of more as an overview of the major events going on in the week. And then I have a daily planner that I use for my to-do lists and just daily functional stuff. And this was picking up medicines from the pharmacy. That label is not straight, which will drive me insane, because I will see it every time I look at it. Come on. Note to self, do not cut your nails so short next time you trim them, because they're wonderful tools for lifting stickers. If anybody has a better trick for this than trying to get your nail under it, I'm all ears. Throw it in the comments, send me a direct message, whatever. Oops, I cut through that page. It's okay. Nobody will notice next week, because I'll just do something on top of there. And then today, Wednesday, we are filming, editing, and uploading. I'm really ambitious here. The upload may not happen until tomorrow. My plan with me. And then Thursday, I have my Flames Call, which is this amazing group of women that I am friends with. We all suffer from chronic pain in our daily life. And we've all become pretty close friends with each other. And we have a call once a week just to kind of catch up, for our coach to help us cope. Oh my goodness, will you please go down? For our coach to help us with any situations we may be struggling with and give each other support. And it's just a really fantastic thing. And then on Friday, because even if I don't finish it on Friday, I'm going to put it here because that's what it's space. This is my rating sticker. I know I have 5 stars drawn in. I'm going to fully color in the ones, how many reviews I think it has. And I've read this before, but it's been a while, like a really long time. So I'll also put the number over here. Jessica, who I mentioned earlier, is making some special labels for me because she is an awesome human being like that. And she is mailing them to me, but they have not gotten here yet. So I also had a friend send me this really cool little booklet of quotes, and I like to try to do one of them. These are on like a hard cardboard, but I try to do one of them a week as kind of an inspirational. Fridays are usually a quiet day for me. So this one is, you are capable of becoming more than you realize. Because one of my goals this year is to kind of move past where I've been. So there you go. That is a plan with me. I will post pictures and you can see this part filled in, this part filled in. But this is my before the pen skeleton. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate you putting up with me. Let me know what you think. Oh, I forgot one thing. I can do that while we're talking. Let me know what you think of this in the comments. Things I can improve. Critiques are welcome. I am not soft-skinned, so honest critiques are welcome. If you hated it, tell me. Tell me what I can fix. Needed to highlight my week there. So yeah, but there's our full week all laid out. Thank you all for watching, and see you next week.